Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to CyberTech. I'm CyberAce from youtube.com/CyberAceTV, and today we're going to be talking about the iPod Touch 4th generation, the iPod Nano 6th generation, and basically some of the other stuff that Apple talked about in their iPod event today. So the first thing, and probably the biggest thing to talk about in this video, is the iPod Touch 4th generation. Now, the iPod Touch 4th generation specs is basically identical to that of the iPhone 4, though the iPod Touch 4 is basically the iPhone 4 without the phone, without the contract. It can basically do anything except for text messaging and calling. I mean, you can get apps for that, but you know what I mean. So, to start off, it now features an Apple A4 chip, and it has the new retina display as seen on the iPhone 4, and a much better screen resolution. It also features two cameras, one on the front and one on the back, and I believe the one on the back films in HD quality, which is definitely a big step up. Now, they definitely revamped the iPod Touch. Now, this, from second to third generation, nothing really differentiated. I always mess up with this word. Those from each other. Now, of course, the faster processor, but other than that, they weren't that different. Now, they've totally just taken a big step in the right direction, I would definitely say. And they have come out with a pretty nice device. Like I said, it's basically identical to the iPhone 4. You want an iPhone 4, but you don't want to pay for a phone service. You don't need to have 3G. You're just going to use it on Wi-Fi. Get this new iPod Touch. I would recommend it, and I haven't even used it yet. It's definitely a nice device. It's thinner, like I said, higher resolution, and featuring the A4 chip plus HD video recording. I'd much rather had this iPod instead of getting the one I had last year, and then I could have saved money on a camera and an iPod because 720p. But it is what it is. Let's move on to the next topic. Now, another thing to talk about is the new iPod Nano design, the iPod Nano 6th generation. Now, honestly, Apple, you just took a big step backwards. I mean, it's just this little square thing with a touchscreen on it. Now, not that that's a bad thing, but I would actually recommend that they keep that design, but then just make it a little bigger with the wheel still on it. You completely took the iPod Nano and gave it some kind of weird look. You took the great look that it had already and how good that was doing, and now you took it and basically mixed the iPod Shuffle with the iPod Touch and came out with this crappy little touchscreen square. Listen, that's a little small. If I want something that small, I'll buy the iPod Shuffle with the wheel on it, because it's going to be a lot more handy than the touchscreen. Not that I don't like touchscreens, but I'd much rather see the current iPod Nano with a touchscreen and maybe just a little bigger or something, than having a whole new iPod Nano with just a little touchscreen square. Now you basically got four touchscreen devices, two of them being iPods. How many touchscreen iPods can you possibly have? You can't just get rid of the wheel on the Nano. You can't do that. You got to keep the wheel on there and put the touchscreen on there too. You just completely changed the iPod Nano to something that nobody really wants it to be. If I want to get a touchscreen iPod, I'm going to get the full thing. If I want something I can listen to my music on and stuff like that, I'm going to get myself an iPod Nano. Now you just completely messed that up, and I really don't believe that you took a step in the right direction there. I really hope next year we see a better iPod Nano. What also makes me mad is the fact that you have taken away the camera. Why would you put the camera on the 5th generation and have the camera gone by the 6th generation? That makes no sense at all, and it is a big disappointment to me. Now, there are two smaller things that I want to talk about. Number one is the iPod Shuffle, I believe, 4th generation, and the other one would be the new Apple TV, which we all thought was going to be called the iTV, but apparently is not. Now, the iPod Shuffle 2010 isn't much different than the one before, although they seem to have went back to the little square thing instead of the stick. Now, it's not that bad, I guess, if you just want music. It's like they cut off half the iPod Nano. It's like the iPod Nano is now just the screen of the iPod Nano, and it's like the iPod Shuffle is like they cut off the wheel there, and you basically miss out on a screen. So put them together and you might have a decent Nano Apple. Just saying. So, I mean, I guess it's not that bad if you're really just looking for something to listen to your music on. As I said, you got the nice little slider wheel there, you got your buttons, and that's all you really need to just listen to some music. Now, let's move on to the Apple TV, which is a lot more interesting here. Now, I'm not going to go into much detail on the Apple TV itself. Basically, it starts at $99. Actually, it doesn't start at $99, it is $99. And it's basically for streaming. It runs on iOS, and I believe you'll be able to stream some apps to it. You'll also be able to watch videos off of the internet on it, which should be very interesting. I'm going to be putting articles about all this stuff talking about in the doobly doo, because I'm not going into much detail right now. I'm kind of just wrapping it up a little bit here, and I am going to, like I said, put links down there to all the stuff with full details. So anyway, this looks pretty cool, this Apple TV thing. It's very small. Hook it up to your TV, and you could watch online videos, use iOS on your TV, and it's pretty sweet. And I don't know much about it, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. So, basically, that just kind of wraps up kind of the news I wanted to talk about today. I know I didn't talk about that much. I know I didn't talk about it very well. And I know that I did not go into much detail on it. Because it's about 12 a.m. and I just got back from being in Tennessee for a week. And I got a lot of videos to catch up on, you know. So, I'll see you guys later. And thank you for watching Cybertech. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you my cool shirt I happen to be wearing today on the day of Apple's event. See this? It's like a pepper. It's like the Apple logo. See, it's a pepper with a piece missing, and it says, "I hungry." Then you turn around, right? Look at this, look at this. We've got a nap for that. Oh, yeah. That's a shirt for Chewy's, by the way. Definitely check out their food. I really like it. It's pretty good, even though I puked in the trash can. But that wasn't because of their food. Or was it? I don't know. But it's an awesome shirt, so I'll see you guys later.